Hi friends, this is Gail O'Neill, and I teach stamping. I hope you enjoy. So tonight I'm doing some easy embossing using white. I've done the clear, did the crayon resist. So some of this is resist and some of it is white embossing. Tomorrow I will have my list. I'm so excited to see the new catalog. I couldn't go, but BJ is bringing it back for me. I'm sure she's home and has it, and I'll see her in the morning when I go to physical therapy. So these are some of the sets I'm using tonight. Beautiful Day, Falling Flowers, Dear Doily, Climbing Roses, and Life is Grand. And the only one I didn't, that I'm going to really emboss in front of you is the one I'm doing with Climbing Roses. Everything else I pre-embossed. So let's get started. Okay, so if you can see it, there's the butterfly. So I've embossed it in white, and it's my normal 5 by 3 3/4. So on this one I'm using Pacific Point, Coastal Cabana, and Gorgeous Grape. And let me just grab those sponges. The grape is right there in front of me. What'd I say? Oh, Coastal Cabana. I'm going to need this one for the next card. I think, oh, and this one for the other card. And I think that's it. And they should have enough glycerin, but I'm going to grab an extra block just in case. Because, you know, I like my glycerin. And I'm just going to put some here so it's there ready. Oh, I have to shut my TV off. You don't need to hear that. Okay, sorry. Okay, so what I did with this one is, and I'm going to do it, you'll see at the end, I'm going to do it just a little bit different. So I'm just going to grab a little bit there. Well, I guess I'm going to mess up my beautiful paper. Oh well. So I did like a more of a circle before, and I decided for this one, but you see how that white will resist, and then you can either do it in between colors. You just wipe off that embossing. And then I'll do the purple. That can use a little, just a little bit of glycerin. So then I'm just going to go like around the edges and kind of blend it into that Pacific Point. Then I'm going to come back with the Coastal Cabana. And that one I'm going to need. And that one's done. Look, I'm full of ink already. So then I just did the rest of it. That one needs. I've got embossing powder. You can see it like all over my pad. I just take a lint brush to get that off. I had quite the mess going on here. So this is really, you know, a beginner embossing card. We used to do this with chalks. Okay. Then I'm just going to take always thinking of you in the Pacific Point. Stamp that right there. And then I'm going to mount it on Pacific Point. I've got a glue booger. So everything's going flat on this one. Just get that little bit of glue off. So there it is, just a quick, easy card with embossing. And I'll shine that up a little bit. So that's one. Yeah, and this was the first one that I just kind of did it in a circle and used less of the purple. Okay, number 2. Okay, so this one, that's the card right there. So this one's going to turn out also a little different because I stamped it a little different. But I've already embossed on a piece of vellum, "Hello, dear friend," and I did that in black. And then I've embossed the doily. So I'm going to take the purple, the green. Thought I used 3 colors on this. Maybe I didn't. I only used the 2. Cool beans. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that'll work. So I'm just going right around that, and you can make it as dark or as light as you want. And then that one. Okay, then I'm going to take Granny Apple Green. And I'm going to do the other couple doilies. And then you just fill in some of the other spots. And then of course you want to just take it and wipe off any loose wet ink that might be on that embossing. And I'm using my Swifter because I didn't grab a napkin. Okay, so then I'm going to take and mount that to the gorgeous scrape. Yep, right in front of me. Okay, and then to put this on, so you see how I left it larger, so you place it where you want it, and you could even score right next to it if you wanted to, but I'm just going to take it, line it up on one of these lines so that I know it's straight, and then just fold it over. And you can either use wet glue. My other one I did the wet glue, but this really sticks. Okay, and then I have some of these flowers, but I had used the last of those, so I colored one. It's not exactly the same, but oh, the glue didn't come up. Nice. Come on, glue. I might have to put a little bit more under there. Nope, it's staying. And then I'll put one there, and one right there. And then what you can do, just to keep that down a little bit more, is take your glue bottle and just put a dab there and hold it for a second. And there. I may as well put it down with this, as long as I have it out. So another pretty easy card, just stepped up a little bit because we added that vellum. So there's that one. And then I'm going to save the one that for last that I'm going to do with, you know, actually embossing it, because I'm going to use the Stamparatus. So if you remember, I did this one on white with the same leaf, and we did the crayon resist. So this time we're going to leave most of the crumb cake, but we are, yes we are, we're going to take a blender pen and color these in. So I am going right over the white embossed area. And you can, you know, if you really want to do shading, you can, you know, make some lighter, some darker. It's all up to the creator. I'm just going for, let's get it done. Get her done. So some are going to be a little bit lighter. I've got glue on me somewhere. Oh, it's here. Of course, where's my glue eraser? I not be knowing. That doesn't work as good as the glue eraser. Just saying. There's nothing better than this. Except it doesn't want to come up with this either. There it comes. Okay. On to the coloring. So you could also, if you wanted to, you could bleach at this point if you wanted to bleach out inside the leaves. There's a lot of different techniques you can do with white embossing, but this is more of a resist and just adding some color. And you could do the same thing on, you know, using white, and first go over it with another color and do the background, and then go back and color the leaves like this. Let's see, how many did I miss? Down here. Okay. Okay, so this gets mounted onto some granny apple. Can't wait to get my catalog tomorrow. Okay, and then for this one, I also cut a piece of vellum larger than I wanted to. Alright, so I'm going to put it down and then cut a little off. Okay, so what I did with this one, I think I put this up on, and we can use these up. Okay, so I'm going to put this onto there. Let's try and hit the middle, kinda. Okay, so because I put this here, that allows me then a place to put the glue. Okay, so that's trimmed off, and then that's also going to get mounted to a white card base. Look, my nails match, but it's time for me to do them again because they're starting to chip. So Wednesday I'll have a new color. Okay, so for the last one, and the colors, I'm going to put everything away except the couple colors I need. So this is the card that I'm making. So I need that and the Mambo. I know a lot of people in the UK say Mambo, but it's really Mambo. But it's cute. I like how they say it. I like it. It's so cute. Okay, so I'm going to put that under there so we have something. So again, I'm using the crumb cake. So you put your card down where you want it. And I think so it doesn't slip, I'm going to put a little piece of repositionable tape. And I'm still going to do that. And remember where I lined it up. Okay, so then I take the stamp, which is still in the case. So we're going to line that up, and I'm going to let it go a little bit over. Because normally you would be using a bigger piece of cardstock than I use. I like my little ones. So you pick it up, and we're going to ink it up with the Versamark. Now at this point, if you liked your image, you could flip it or do your embossing. I'm going to try doing both at the same time. But a lot of times when I'm doing this, I'll do this side first and then do the other. But we're going to live dangerously. So then you turn your card around, because it's already lined up for that corner. So it's going to be exactly where you want it, without having to worry about, am I getting it in the same spot? You know it's in the same spot with this. Okay, so we're going to take that. Oh, you know what I did forget to do? The bag. You really do, especially the weather is getting warmer. You want to make sure you put that powder so that it's not sticking everywhere. Hopefully we'll get lucky. Not bad. So put everything back here. Okay, and then we're going to emboss that. So because I didn't use the powder, you can see a couple spots where it's stuck. Boo-hoo! And it's sitting right here. I should have put it in the basket. Okay. So then to color this, I took a couple of those. And we're going to do a little daubing. So I'm going to go right in where the roses are. So you don't have to get yourself like crazy. You're not coloring it to make it perfect. You're just throwing in some color. This is another one that we used to color a lot with chalks, which is awesome for beginners. But this is a great way for beginners and people who have been stamping for all these years. Okay, and then we're going to take the Granny Apple. So that was the Melon Mambo. And it's just a quick way to throw some color in. And it got a little dark. Okay, and that one, can't see that it's a flower. So that's really all the coloring I'm going to do. So then I'm going to put that on a Granny Apple. Alright, so I want to cover that splotch. So I'm going to take some of this thread and then just wrap it around a couple times. And snip it. Okay, and then I pre-stamped this. I just stamped it in black. Where'd I put the other one I just had? Oh, it's right in front of me. Well, I may as well use this up. Sticking out from underneath. So there, I got to cover that one spot by putting it a little lower than I did the other one. And then we're going to mount this onto the card. And I like to bring my tape over the ribbon or thread, whatever I'm using, just for a little extra. So that is that one. But that one problem would have been solved if I had used the Embossing Buddy. Embossing Buddy is your buddy when you're embossing. And yet some people, I hear them say that they never use it. And I find it like very strange. Okay, so these were the 4 cards I did tonight. I hope you enjoyed and found it helpful. And I will be back on Wednesday with some new things. No saggy bits, I see that. Hard to see with these glasses, but I see it. Thank you, and I will see you Wednesday with some new stuff, and wish I could show you the inside of the catalog, but I'll have a lot to tell you by then. So good night, and thanks for joining me. See you then. Bye-bye.